Hi Gemini, welcome to your mid-May general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Gemini. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone else who needs to hear this message. Hi cross watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Gemini. Who wouldn't be? I like to remind Gemini and cross watchers that energy is fluid. And this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. Alright Gemini, let's go ahead and get your reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl to clear and set the energy for you guys. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Gemini. Alright Gemini, let's go ahead and see what Spirit wants to talk to you about in regards to your love life. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, anyone dealing with the Gemini, what do you need to know right now in this moment about what's to come, what's unfolding, the energy in or around your energetic field of someone that may have romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment. Alright Gemini, it says give your relationship a chance. It says work on your partnership. So there is someone that you're connected to for the Geminis that I'm picking up on this reading. Someone that wants to work on things with you. Maybe realizing that you guys are kind of going through a rocky situation, but they want to hold on to this. They want to hold on to you. They feel something very special with you that they feel like they can't have with anyone else. They feel very deeply connected to you. So they want to make this work. So maybe someone wants to kind of call you, sit with you, talk with you, and seeing what they can do to make this work. They want to be very serious with you here, Gemini. This is not something that they view you as like temporary at all. They know you're someone that they'd be lucky to have to keep in the long run. So tell me more about this. Tell me more about this energy surrounding Gemini here. Cards are jumpy. The cards are jumpy. Spirit is in the house for my Geminis here. Tell me more about this energy surrounding Gemini. Ooh. Okay, so we have storm warning, which is what Sagittarius had. So if you're dealing with the Sagittarius, or if you have strong Sagittarius in your chart, I suggest checking out the Sagittarius reading to see if there's messages for you there. But we also have man holding a heart. So yeah, you guys are definitely going through a little bit of choppy waters, to say the least, but with man holding a heart here, that doesn't have to be super specific. We all have masculine and feminine energies, but we do kind of in a counterpart associate ourselves being the divine masculine or the divine feminine. And I'm seeing the divine masculine here is more than ready to have this with the divine feminine, who may be more apprehensive, which makes sense because even in this depiction of the cards, you seeing the man in this card look at the divine feminine who kind of has her eyes closed looking away. Maybe the divine feminine is kind of, you know, having the suspicions or issues around this situation here. But maybe even the divine masculine needs to step up and pursue this, because the more they wait, the more they let this opportunity pass by, the more this is going to be certain closed done deal here. Maybe for some of you guys, you just had like an argument, a disagreement with a certain someone. Maybe even there was some sort of breakup that happened that someone does not want to happen. Like maybe the idea was talked about, and if it really did already happen between the two of you, they are not happy. They're not happy with the separation. They miss you. They want you. They're still very much in love with you, Gemini. I don't know why Valentine's Day is coming in the picture here. There could have been something that happened around Valentine's Day or didn't happen around Valentine's Day. Small message for a few of you there. But without a doubt, there's someone, despite the troubles, despite any situation you're going through, they want to still hold out for you, Gemini. They still want to give their heart to you. They're still very much in this to win this, quite literally here. So I would expect a phone call, a text message that like, we need to talk. I want to talk about what happened. I want to fix this. Wow. Maybe the problem was that they didn't commit from the start. They were afraid of commitment, but now that they really don't see you in their life anymore, that they, you know, you've pulled away or whatever this was that the storm kind of created, they're really starting to see that they are not happy without you, Gemini. And if that's the one thing that they could give to make this work, they're willing to give it. Tell me what this person wants to tell Gemini that they haven't told Gemini. Someone could have a mustache or may have like some facial stubble going on. But what do they want to tell Gemini? I play mind games. Yeah, that's what they did. And maybe that's how you felt like they were. Maybe because they weren't being open, upfront, and honest, which created the storm here. You know, I just feel as if this person never was the one to say what was on their mind and their heart. Maybe they kind of wanted you to say it first. Maybe they were always putting the ball in your court and you were done dribbling the ball. You know, and it's kind of like, this is your time to act on this. And maybe with the mind games, they regret, you know, kind of doing anything that pushed you away. I really do feel as if they realized that that was what led to the downfall here. You weren't going to stay for that. You weren't going to stay for any sort of, you know, if it's not dishonesty, then sidestepping. I feel a lot of sidestepping around this situation here. And, you know, you don't like to beat around the bush, okay? To put it very lightly. So the fact that someone did like to beat around the bush or did try to sidestep, it just was what was really making it a done deal for you. But this person really does regret playing the mind games. This person really does regret, you know, doing anything that just wasn't working out in their favor, clearly. So I do feel, Gemini, this person wants to get back with you, wants to work things on you, and maybe they've already messaged you and you're in this situation trying to figure out what to do with it. So let's get the tarot out to dive deeper into this. Yeah, Three of Swords, dead center of this Libra energy. So breakup, separation has been happening, but this person is heartbroken over you, Gemini. This person, maybe it wasn't even easy for you to walk away from this, but you just felt like you had to because of the mind games, you know, keep on happening between the two of you with them not being open up front with you. You had to put an end to this to let them know that you weren't going to wait for this to fold out. Either do it or don't do it. And then I'll make the mind up for you type of thing. This is someone who feels heartbroken right now over you, Gemini. We're going to get all the cards out first and then I'll show them to you. Yeah, the Moon card crossing this. Pisces energy, Cancer energy for me as a reader particularly. King of Swords. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. So, bottom of the deck we have the Six of Cups. I believe Virgo also had this card. So if you're dealing with a Virgo, if you have Virgo in your chart, check out the Virgo reading. But anyway, with this Six of Cups, this has been going on for a long time between the two of you. You've known each other for a very long time. You come from the same area, the same town. Maybe you even went to school with each other if that was, you know, college, high school. Maybe even you've known each other since like elementary school type of vibes. But really, this is just something that you have been trying to hold out for a long time. You may have been in a relationship or a connection with this person for a while. And that's what they are still kind of holding on to this in this aspect, Gemini, is the length that you guys have been in this together for. They're really holding up that based on all the experiences you had in the past with them, that this is something you guys can still make work. They do want to reconcile with you. They do want to make it up to you. They do miss hanging out with you. They miss seeing you. But with the Six of Cups, there was just something that wasn't enough, even with everything you've been through, to keep this going. And although, you know, they very much had your heart in some aspect and you did care for them, it was just these mind games that they may have been playing with you that it wasn't enough to still hold hope onto this. So with the Six of Cups, maybe, again, there was just repetitive patterns that were still playing out that should have been, you know, dead a long time ago within this connection. Or maybe even with the Six of Cups too, something from the past that someone is still very much affected by and still has, you know, a little bit of lower vibrational tendencies that still play out. And these lower vibrational energies could have started from childhood as well. But, you know, in some aspect, we all have trauma to a degree. We all have very painful experiences and memories, but it's how we choose to use that. It's how we choose to move forward from it, how we choose to heal with it. And this person kind of, you know, let those wounds be something that they weren't really fully aware of or weren't really fully prepared to move forward and move on with. But something about it that you gave them the wake-up call, Gemini, by separating yourself, by breaking up, or by putting an end to this, that they really get that any behaviors from the past is no longer going to be tolerated. So let's get into this. What's going on right now, dead center of this, is the Three of Swords. So Libra energy. Yeah, there's a lot of heartbreak. There's a lot of pain that someone's going through right now. And that makes sense with the, you know, storm warning card that we have here. Someone is in emotional turmoil over you for sure. I mean, with the Moon card crossing this, I'm confident enough to say that they've been like crying over you, Gemini. They've been very deeply upset with everything that's played out to be, even if they do know it's their fault. With the I play mind games here. And again, crosswatcher, if Gemini was the one with the mind games, just flip it all, right? But in a sense, they feel a lot of regrets over this. They feel a great loss over this because deep down, and what they really know to be true, is that they still have feelings for you and they still love you. But you ask yourself, is that enough? Is that enough despite, you know, what they're not willing to work on, what they're not willing to progress, or they at least haven't showed me that, in a sense, right? I just saw like a broken phone screen for some reason. Don't know if like someone literally has a broken phone screen, or it's like, you know, communication has been really bad or not really happening at all ever since the storm kind of happened between the two of you. But what's crossing this is the Moon card. Yeah. Pisces energy, Cancer energy, a lot of emotions are, I feel it on both sides. You know, a lot of the unknown is happening now, especially if you guys have been in this connection for a long time. What is going to happen here? What is going to happen now? Both of you may be asking yourselves this for different reasons. But with the Moon card here, if this is, again, the situation they find themselves to be in, it's starting to surface a lot of things that they are now faced with having to work on. What they're faced with, they have to really come to understand as being accountable for things in the past that may have played out for this to happen currently. Things that they were burying before, they were trying not to work on before. Because of this storm, because of this separation or breakup with you, Gemini, it's all being brought to the surface. And their feelings for you, again, is still very, very strong. And is still, you know, very much a part of what they're trying to do in keeping this bound between the two of you, Gemini. They do feel as if they have a psychic connection with you. And what I mean by that is that even when you guys are apart, you still feel each other's energy very, very strong. And if that's on your end, Gemini, and you're trying to kind of move away from it, they still think about you. And that's why the energetic cord between the two of you is very strong. But I think with the Moon here being the challenge is that feelings are very strong, one end or both ends. But again, someone wants to be realistic. Someone wants to be rational about this and put to logic, you know, despite my feelings for this person, can this really happen? Can this be really realistic? Because I haven't seen it yet for as long as this has been going on for. And that concerns me. What's crowning this is the King of Swords. Aquarius energy. So with the King of Swords crowning this, different messages for different groups of you. For some of you, someone just had to rip the Band-Aid off. Someone just had to be real, very direct, very blunt. And may had to bring that conversation about that this is not enough for me. This isn't good for me. I have to do what's best. Maybe even for everyone else involved. Maybe even someone within this connection saw that the way things were happening and the way things were continuing was depleting for both of you. So someone had to do the right thing and make the right decision. And for others of you with this King of Swords energy, especially with this man holding a heart here, this could be on their end, them trying to decide what to do to fix this, what they can do to resolve this, how they can bring up this conversation with you, how to talk to you about this. Because it feels, Gemini, that they've made up their mind that they want to keep you. And, you know, the positive thing I can say from this situation is that they know the mind games are not going to work. They're not going to be tolerated. And they know maybe that their immaturity in that sense is the thing that led to this. And that's what they may want to fix. And with the storm warning type of situation going on here, you know, that may be the storm they're going through internally, especially with the moon card crossing this. But I am hearing specifically, like, don't give in until I'm ready. So, you know, Gemini, it's like, even if this just recently happened, you know, the breakup, the separation, like, you still need your space from this person because they're still in that process of growing. So even if they're trying to hit you up, trying to call you soon after this breakup or separation, you know, give it some time and space because they really need to sit with this moon energy to figure it out. What's rooting this is the Three of Cups. So there's 2 3s here. Your birthday could be June 3rd, June 13th. Perhaps May 30th for some of you guys. You could be seeing a lot of 3s from the universe. 33, 333, that type of vibe. So for some of you, this is what they're dead set on with the King of Swords crowning this, is having reconciliation with you, is getting back with you. Now, I gotta say for some of you, this may be relevant to you. If not, hold on for a second. You know, with these mind games and with this moon energy and childhood wounds, they may have had a lot of insecurities. And the way they kind of, you know, tried to fuel or at least heal, quote unquote, those insecurities was maybe, you know, getting a lot of attention. And what I mean by that is maybe kind of, you know, whether it was like slightly flirting with other people to get that boost, or maybe even for someone you found out that they were talking to an ex specifically. And that was the done deal for you. But for most of you, I gotta say, with rooting this, like, this is the seed of, you know, why this card came up, right? They want to kind of rebuild. They want it to be back to where it was, where you were happy with one another. They want to overcome this, you know, hill or obstacle of the storm to be back together with you. That's what they're pretty set on, Gemini. And even for some of you, especially with the moon card crossing this, if you've been seeing that they've been going out a lot or been hearing about it, whether you see it on social media or hear about it through, you know, friends, mutual friends, whatever, they're trying to, you know, drown out their feelings for you. They're trying to kind of suppress those feelings for you, maybe through partying, through alcohol, through drugs, okay? I just want to say that for someone, but it's not working. It's making it worse. They may have even tried to, like, drunk dial you, drunk call you late at night. But yeah, they need to get their crap together, quite honestly. That is not the way to get Gemini back if that has been happening here. And maybe that's something they also have deeply rooted from the past that needs to be healed if there is some sort of partying, drinking issues going on as well. But the root of this, yeah, if they could have their way, Gemini, they would just want to be back together with you. And you feel that, you sense that, but you want to make the best decision here, the rational decision here. How they see you and maybe how you are in this situation right now is the Ace of Cups. So this is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. You are in this break right now to heal, to give you self-love, to reconnect with spirit, to reconnect with a part of you, your intuition, your emotions here, to refill your cup of love if you felt like this situation has drained it. But if this is how they view you, Gemini, again, with the Ace of Cups here, they still feel very much in love with you. They really even refer to you to people that they talk to as like my love, my first love, the only person I've ever loved. That type of energy and that type of sense. And this is why they're kind of still in this a very emotional state and heartbreak over you, because they still very much feel, and their perception of it is that you're still the one that has their heart. You're still the one they want to make things work with and still feel like you two can heal from this situation here with the Ace of Cups. And you're the only one they feel they can have this Ace of Cups with. Even if there were, for some of you, if there was third parties involved, they really realized that was just something to boost their really, really low ego. And you're the only one that mattered out of all of it too. Maybe even Gemini, in a sense, like out of any of this, whatever this storm was for you personally, it has kind of put you on a spiritual awakening to better understand yourself, to better understand what it is that you're looking for in your love life. How they are, how they may be right now in this situation, or how you may see them, is the Queen of Wands. Aries energy, fire energy. So this person is very attractive, very magnetic, very, they put off the air of confidence, whether deep down there's something different going on there. But they are go-getters. They are people that are adventurous, very fun to be around, and maybe that's the side of them that you were initially very attracted to. You would describe them as being very hot, very sexy. But with this Queen of Wands, they're going to still be very persistent in this, I gotta tell you, Gemini. They're still going to be very much wanting to manifest and work on more with you. And they're going to be pretty stubborn about it, because the Queen of Wands goes and gets what they want. With this Queen of Wands energy too, I think, in a sense, there is something where I feel that they kind of have a better understanding of themselves through this storm that they had to go through with you. And what I mean by that was all the subconscious fears that we kind of were feeling with the Six of Cups and the Moon card that they didn't want to confront, that they didn't want to understand before, they're kind of owning now. They're owning now, and they have to. They have to in order to be with you. But again, this person, you may be kind of still a little bit apprehensive because they are usually very charming, they're usually very charismatic, and they can get what they want through that. And that's something that you still have on your mind about this situation, about this person. I want to clarify this Queen of Wands a little bit more. Tell me more about this Queen of Wands. Why is this person coming out as the Queen of Wands here? Four of Wands. Aries energy, need I of clarified. Yeah, this is what they still want to manifest. This is what they still want to make happen with you, Gemini, is a relationship to keep this relationship going. And like I said, they're going to do every card in their deck, pull every trick out of their pocket to try to still have this with you. Bottom of the deck, 7 of Cups. Scorpio energy. They're in a very, very wide range of emotions right now. They have ups, they have downs, and it's all revolving around this situation. They're very confused right now. Maybe they're still like, in a sense, like, yes, I want Gemini, but what is it that I have to do to get this? They're still kind of unsure of. There's a lot, again, like I said, that's coming to the surface now that they have to face. And with the 7 of Cups, it's really scary for them to think that they could lose you, Gemini, that this is the time that they may have lost you. It's something that they really still haven't fully accepted, but are afraid is inevitable now. All right, Gemini. To see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold? Are they going to try to reach out? Are they going to try to fix this? What do you need to be aware of? We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome of this situation and pull some more cards to give you more advice, healing, and guidance in regards to this situation you're going through. If you'd like to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where we depart, Gemini, I really hope that in the sense this reading has resonated with you and has given you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance that you were looking for by watching this message. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Gemini, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Gemini.